is not tight enough for my liking. I need to make sure it's really gripping on there before you start twist tying it around like this. There we go. Nice and tight. This one is good. This one is too loose, because if you start pulling on the top, you can see it's kind of coming loose. And that's no good. Where's the tip button? Oh no! I don't even know that was a thing. I'm not great at Twitch, apparently. How are you doing, Gaming Shaper? It's been a bit. And that's not your fault, it's just because I haven't streamed in a while, but... It's a thing. Thank you. The more you know, am I right? Alright, let's see. How's this going? Much better, much better. You just need it to be nice and sturdy. Okay. So now that this is kind of stuck on there pretty good, I'm going to get my wire clippers again and cut off this excess wire that's kind of hanging out. And I gotta do this over the garbage can, or I'll find them in my foot later. Figures. Alright. This might be too bright. That might be part of the problem, is the fan is, or the light is blowing out the image. There we go. Okay. So I just cut off these two pieces here. And I'm going to do my best to kind of just tuck them down. I'm just going to bend them down. And, oh, this is super important. I can't believe I forgot. When you're doing this twisty part could either be on this side or this side. Make sure it's on this side. The side that blows out. Because then, when you put it in the head, if, heaven forbid, they fall or something, and the fan, if some reason the fan happens to hit their nose, it won't be the side with the wire. It'll be this flat side. This flat, safe side. Because the wire is on this side. Like the twisty part. I forgot about that. Okay. So now we've got our fan prepared. And that wasn't too hard. That was fairly easy. And you can just use the little twist tie that came with... They come with all kinds of stuff, honestly. You get twist ties all the time. But professional-wise, I've been trying... I want to be as much professional as possible, so I was using actual wire. Yeah. Oh, boy. Alright, yeah, give me just a second. Not sure if I should read this out loud or not. Just give me a second, I'm gonna read it. Oh, no. Oh, no, Lulu. I'm sorry. Yeah, Avengers is... You got it right. This sounds like a lot to deal with. I'm sorry, Lulu. You can vent as much as you want. I don't have any answers for you. But we'll listen and we'll support you. Okay. Alright, next up, I gotta turn this light back on. It's gonna be blown out, and that's fine. Alright, so this is the part where I need to plug in my hot glue gun. Okay, so when it comes to the other part of installing the fan, which is the other Velcro, the Velcro that goes in the mouth itself. This part, I like to do like a dual technique installation. I like to put a little bit of glue on the inside, and then I like to sew the four corners of the Velcro so it doesn't come up. So, I gotta plug in the hot glue gun. Do not burn yourself. You're welcome in advance. Thank you. the sole reason I will not injure myself today is because you told me not to. Thank you. Alright. So while this is heating up, I'm going to say, especially... Alright, we're gonna have just a really mini little session here talking about glue. We got glue. So, glue is not... I've mentioned this before, who knows how long ago, but not all glue is made equal. There's glue that is mostly just plastic, and then there's glue that actually has a decent amount of adhesive in it. And you can test this if you take two different kinds of glue, like a low quality glue and a high quality glue. Do a single dot on like glue two fabrics together, and you'll see that trying to rip apart the cheap glue, it just comes right apart. And trying to rip apart the good quality actual adhesive glue has more trouble. You have more trouble coming apart. And I've experienced it firsthand, and spring for the expensive glue. Just do it, trust me, please. Oh. Oh, Lulu, I'm sorry. Avengers, don't sniff it. Alright, here's all the glue. Smell the glue. If you happen to have low quality glue, and by that I mean it's probably every glue I've ever bought that was not Gorilla Glue brand is low quality. And maybe that's just me, but I've tried multiple types of glue and I've tested them, and Gorilla Glue is the only glue I trust because it's the only one that's actually good. So, it's usually a few cents more, but not much more, and it's totally worth it, trust me. You go through way less glue, like, using this much glue would use, like, a third of that with Gorilla Glue, because it actually holds on. So, using not as good glue will cost you just as much in the long run, and you need to use more of it to make it stick, and so it'll make your whole head heavier, or whatever you're working on, it'll be really heavy. That's why Figby's head is so heavy, because, for one, I used tons of glue, because it was just this cheap glue, it wouldn't stick, so I used tons and tons of glue, super heavy, and also I was just learning how to shape stuff, so I kept cutting stuff and reshaping it and gluing, so part of that was me being not very, experienced making heads yet, but part of that was the glue. So what do you do if you have some glue like this, and you don't want to waste it? Well, I've got an answer for you. I found that when you're making new things, and you're likely gonna rip it apart anyways, like when I'm making a head, and I'm like trying on new pieces, and I'm likely, half the time I end up ripping that piece off anyways, that's a good time to use the less quality glue, because it doesn't stick. It doesn't stick as well. So it's good for, like, laying out foam, but not wanting to, like, 100% commit. And that's a good way to use up this lower quality glue. Although in the long run, I'd still suggest only buying high quality glue. Don't even bother with the cheap stuff. That's just how you can use it up if you need to use up your cheap glue. Are you watching the new series? Miss Marvel. Clover never watches new shows. Right? Okay. I watched the entirety of every single Spider-Man cartoon, but anything new? Okay, I accidentally binged the entirety of WandaVision, and that made me cry. But that was probably the newest series I've seen in a while. Oh, is my video stuck? Okay, it's only stuck for gaming. Weird. It takes effort for you to watch shows. Oh, yeah, the ones with long, long, long episodes, like, those ones are really hard to deal with. You used to use cheap, crappy hot glue gun and Comic-Con costume back in high school and it fell apart. Understandable. Oh, alright, good. I'm glad you're back up. Okay, so here's our fan. So now what we gotta do is figure out where we want it in the head. And it's not super hard. Just, you know, put it at the top. Put it kind of close to the person. And this should be fine. Let me see here. Now, I'd like to try it on, too. Because I feel like I can get the most accurate, surefire way to make sure that I got the fan in the right spot. I guess I'm Ren now. Sorry about that. Alright. So, this is where I'm gonna put the fan. I love being Ren. Ren is so cute. Oh, okay. So I put the head on. I put the fan where I wanted it. I held it in place while I took off the head, and now I know exactly for sure where I want it, which looks exactly like the spot I thought it should be in the first place. The only other thing I'll say about this is make sure it's centered. Now I'd like to see you guys, so I'm gonna put my glasses back on. Yeah, fan for the air. Wear the head, yeah, right. The only way to do it, I had to wear the head. It was important. All right, so here's the part where I gotta take out the fan and put on this soft Velcro. So make sure you don't mess it up and misalign it. You gotta put it in the exact spot you need it in. Okay. So I know this is probably hard for you guys to see because again, it's dark colors and also the camera's not even facing in there. That might help. Hey, it's Jexter! How you doing? Jexter and I were working on setting up a commission. Alright, right here. Perfect. So I'm gonna just put like the tiniest dot of glue. That way, if I messed up the angles or anything, I still have a chance to fix it. There we go. Okay. Good. That looks good. So I'm going to put more glue in there. Just right in the direct center. Don't put it anywhere near the edges and don't put a ton of glue. Only the tiniest bit. Just like very thin stream of glue just to hold that in place. Because once we're done gluing this strip in, we're going to sew all four corners, hand sew it to the fabric itself. Suiting with long hair is literally the worst. I know, right? I have to, like, put it in a low bun. Because the way Figby's, oh, well, I guess any fursuit head, really, it's round in the back. So I have to have a low bun. Because if I put it high, it doesn't fit my head or it's uncomfortable. So long hair makes it hard. Jexter, doing good. I've always... You know, I used to have, like, a mac and cheese box behind me. I'm sure it's still there. Oh, it is still there, but it's down at the bottom, so you guys can't see it. Are you still into Oreos? Yes, I am! I just decided to clean my workspace up, so the Oreos are in the kitchen. Who'd have thought, right? But yeah, I have too many Oreos still. Way too many. I hope those drawers are full of them. I've still got empty Oreo boxes, like Costco Oreo boxes, holding like swatches and stuff. Alright, Alonzo is back. How long is your hair? Not as long as yours, Della. Yours is impressive. Mine only goes down to like... there's no good way to explain it. Like the bottom of my rib here. But yeah, yours goes down really far. I've always been jealous of your hair, Della. 2 foot. Oh. Oh my gosh. Well, plus I've seen your hair. It's thick. It's not thin like mine. Like a bun of my hair is tiny. Tiny little bun. But people with thicker hair, it's like, poof! Sponge is hiding back there. You know it. Sponge is always here. Mr. Wuss is here too. I've been forgetting to mention him for a while, but he is here. Like 5 inches. That's fine. Easier to suit that way. Okay, so a long time ago, I don't know why that just reminded me of this. I was playing this game, Would You Rather, or whatever. It's like a party board game kind of thing. It's just like, you gotta decide, would you rather do this or that, whatever. It was pretty fine. It's a good, decent enough party game. But I got this one question. Would you rather have a head that's double the size or half the size? And I was like, how is that even a question? Like, if you had to choose to have, like, your real head double or, like, half, obviously half, because then you could wear all kinds of costumes. Like, just saying. I think if it was, like, it's kind of cartoony, like, if you had a big head, but, like huge head, it would be kind of cartoony, but in real life, that'd be freaky. But if you had a tiny head, you could get away with so much. So many costumes. Okay, so let's get really close here so you guys can see what I've got going on. Here's the Velcro. I have a thin strip of glue holding it in the center, but not around the edges. And I'm going to hand sew these 4 corners to the head, to the inside of the mouth here. And if you accidentally got too much glue on that spot, you're going to have a hard time hand sewing it. And theoretically, you could glue the whole thing, but I just don't suggest it. I believe if you can hand sew something, you should. I don't know. That's just me. You know a girl in high school who refused to wear shoes and her hair went down to her lower legs. What? What an interesting person. That's like a double whammy. Okay, first of all, that's long hair. Second of all, why would you refuse to wear shoes? They're my favorite invention. Oh no, gaming! Oh, rip. I shave my head and that is horrible for suiting, contrary to what you might think. No hair means nothing to stop sweat beads from running down your face. Balaclava doesn't prevent it either. Oh, interesting. You know, I never would have thought of that. She also wore a cape. He would have liked her, Clover. What if it was actually just me? What am I doing? Oh, yes, yeah. I need hand sewing materials. Okay, scissors. Alright, so the other thing, even if I'm not installing a fan in a fursuit head, I always put in, like, a spot for the battery, just out of, like, I don't know. I just feel like that's a necessary part of a fursuit head. I feel like fursuit heads should always come standard with, like, a battery bag or something. That's just what I call it. It's just a small little rectangular bag I have sewn. It's got Velcro on one side. That's it. So what you do is you stick your battery pack in here, and then it's sewn right onto the front of the neck of the fursuit right here. So you wire that fan, the wire travels through down here and into the battery pack here. And that's how you hold your fan and your battery pack. So you can put this on your back too, on the back side, but I like to put it in the front because it's just easier to fix if it gets bumped and unplugged, or it's just easier in my opinion. So even if I wasn't installing a fan into the head, I would still put one of these little bags because I think it's just a nice thing to do. You love buzzed head. Your suit head really isn't that hot. That's good. Just don't wear it in, like, summer in Florida. People like that are always the best. Yeah, you never know what to expect with people that have an interesting sense of adventure. Wearing capes, not wearing shoes, you know? Like, you don't know what to expect, but that's what makes them entertaining. Alright, there's no good way to show you a camera of this. But I will try to rearrange it so you guys can see. Give me just a moment. I've talked to you about my head before. That's a good statement, you know? You went to Cancun in 2016. Your uncle took us to a restaurant called Chester's. Not the chips. There's chips called Chester's? And you could always get... And you could get trays of any kind of pasta. Ooh, and lemonade drinks were served in those glass bottles that have wood-like lids. Dang, that sounds fancy. That just sounds like a cool place. I should travel more. Glass tumbler, what it's called. Oh! I know what you're talking about. Yeah, for some food for thought. Suiting with zero hair. Oh no! You see, that's not anything I ever would have thought of. Like, I guess it would kind of catch some of your sweat. So, I guess the ideal hair for fursuit is short but not too short. Interesting. That's not anything I've ever thought about, what the ideal fursuit hair would be. Oh, yes. Do you need to fit glasses? Because that's totally fine. For the most part, when you make fursuit heads, you try to make... I try to make them grip on mostly this upper cranium area and try to leave as much open space here as possible so that you don't have weight on your nose or weight on your glasses. It is good to definitely let your maker know if you have glasses, especially because not all makers are going to, like, leave space for glasses. But that's how I've found to work around the glasses thing, is to make the weight and the grip mostly on the forehead area and lesser on the nose. Unfortunately, Figby, being my first one, is completely not that. All the weight is on the nose and it's awful. Oh no! Yeah, Della, you need your glasses. Your best YouTube friend besides Clover, oh, is named Chester. I mean, I guess that's just the name of the day, and alright, this is really hard, me complaining about my job again. This is hard. Yeah, even though I'm trying to show you guys, this is just such a tiny, blocked off area, I can't even show you what I'm doing. Even if it was out in the open, it's such a dark color, you can't see it because it's black. Basically just more hand stitching, you know, same stuff we've been doing before. Just stitch it around 3-4 times and knot it, double knot it. Oh, definitely. I'm definitely gonna do a Figby 2.0 head. I'll let you guys look at Figby while I'm hand stitching this. I love his giant nose. I love his tongue and everything about him, but I think 2.0 would be a little bit more shapely. He's pretty close to the shapes I like, but I would make the eyes slightly different shape. I think I would make the muzzle just a tiny bit smaller, but I do love the gigantic nose. I think it's dorky and I love it. But I would put a squeaker in the nose, probably make the ears a little bit larger. Definitely 3D print the eyes. Yeah, that's some stuff I would do for Figby 2.0, especially the nose is minky. I didn't have minky for it, so it's just fleece, and you can see it's kind of balling up. But even worse, is this blizzard fleece that's lower quality fleece, and it's really balling up. Like, it does not look great, unfortunately. So it works, it does the job, but I will always choose minky instead of fleece. Never choose fleece unless it is your last option and you can only find that color in fleece. But that being said, when I made Figby a few years ago, there was a lot less options of fur, and especially a lot less options of minky. You could barely find anything. Like, Big Z Fabric has maybe like 10 choices. It's like baby pink, baby blue, bubblegum pink, maybe lime green. Like there's really just not that many choices. But then, somewhat recently, at least in my opinion, Howl Fabrics came along. I shorten it to HF. Howl Fabrics and Fursuit Supplies, but mostly Howl Fabrics, came out with a ton of minky colors. Like, a ton. An absolute ton. You can almost get the exact color you could possibly ever imagine just out of there. There's like 70 or 80 or something. It's amazing. And so now, I own the minky for this nose. I own that color, because now it exists. I own the tongue color and the teeth. Now I can make it out of minky. So even if I wanted to, which I did at the time, I looked hard for the minky in that color. I couldn't find it. So I'm very excited. Figby 2.0 is going to actually have minky in the correct color. It's been very big strides in the way of fursuit making supplies lately, and that makes me very happy. Dorky nose for the dorky suitor. No, I feel it. But never choose Mankey for your Pokemon team because he's lame, right? My sister, every time I say Minky, she says Mankey every single time. And you can't unhear it, you know? Mankey. Quick aside, Mankey, I just said Mankey, the Pokemon. Minky Fabric is actually a name brand. If off-brand Minky is called Cuddle Fabric, so it's the same stuff. Except there's a few versions of Minky. There's like long pile Minky, so it's like a bit longer shag. It's like completely different thing. You want to just get standard Minky or Cuddle Fabric if you're looking for what I'm explaining, for like tongues and stuff. Also, baby blanket making is more popular now too. That's true. That's true. And that really, it helps to have a lot of colors. That's a really good point. I've seen a lot of people doing that lately. But maybe that's just because I work at Joann and I've seen a lot of people. People come in to make baby blankets and stuff all the time. If I were able to help, you would definitely want to help you find the the fashion district here in LA. Oh, that would be fun. You know, for someone who claims to be, I don't play a lot of M-rated games. I really love GTA. Sorry for bringing that up again, but I don't like scary games, but I think that game is just funny. It's not scary at all, so I can handle it. But the thing is, I go on GTA Online, GTA 5 Online, and I'll go to the store and I'll just buy fur coats. Just fur coats all the time. And anybody who's always playing with me on that game is like, oh, she's got a new fur coat today. It's just my favorite thing. Even my characters in my video games must be wearing fur. You know, a while back, something I was trying to do was, I was trying to mod The Sims to have fursuits in it. And I never quite finished that mod, but that would be a pretty cool mod if I actually finished it. I should really get back into that. Because I would love to have fursuits in Sims. My girl would always be wearing Figby. The sheer amount of time I've spent listening to this woman talking about faux fur fabric. Honestly, though, I could go on for hours, and I have, and I do. I love talking about fur. That's why you love being a black and white feline fursuit. You can always find black and white and whatever. No need to worry about that ever. It's true. If you have like a seafoam green or something, you're gonna have a lot harder time than black and white. But like black and white jams. Like black and white is an awesome color combo. Like two of the most stark contrast colors together makes for a really, really cool design. Like there's reasons why the first step of, like, environmental design, like backgrounds, backdrops, 3D things, it always starts in black and white because the contrast is very stark and very interesting. Black and white is a really cool colors combo. I guess technically they're not colors, they're shades, but I call them colors. What about the spooky ghost girl? There's a spooky ghost girl? Yeah, I was just watching... What was I watching the other day? It was the most tame thing ever, and I was terrified. Oh my gosh, I was gonna tell you guys because it was really funny. It was so funny. It was something really tame, and I was scared. I don't remember what it was! Dang it! I was like, I should write this down. I'll forget for the stream. But then I didn't write it down. Dang it. I'm just really easily scared, I think. I don't like more mature content for the most part. I can accept it in moderation, but for the most part, I prefer just like rated teen stuff or lower. It just, I don't know. And the more I'm listening to things, more times I like watch shows or whatever that has lots of swearing, then I start swearing, and I don't want to do that. I don't like that. So it's like I don't want to watch things that I don't want to pick. Like if I watch things, I'll start picking it up. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't like tons of foul language either. It's Overwatch 2 beta is coming up soon. I know! I forgot to sign up for the beta, the second beta. And the full release is in October. Jeez, that's coming up. That is soon. It's free to play. Yeah, I heard about that. Very strange. I don't know why they're doing free to play. I have no idea what their reasoning behind that is, but I'm sure we'll find out. It seems to me like they are trying to get more people back in, just to get people back into the game, and because most games like that make their money from loot boxes. So if they get people in the game for free, you know. Yeah, right? Overwatch 2 is gonna be free to play. It's weird. That being said, I don't know if it's gonna be the storyline modes or the PvP or both. I don't know, but it's weird. So I'm assuming they just want to get people into the game so that they can sell them loot boxes. Also, they've made more money from me from merch than they will ever make from loot. I don't buy loot boxes, but I do buy merch. I like shirts and hats and bags and stuff in moderation, but yeah, that's another thing. If they get people interested in the game, they can sell them merch. So hopefully, this brings in some more people, and we have lots and lots of people playing Overwatch 2, because after Overwatch 1 kind of started declining, it was just kind of sad. They're just gonna follow the Fortnite formula. Blizzard is a falling studio. Yeah, right? Right? Inksy, right? Della, it's really fun. And I am not a first-person shooter kind of person, but I have a ton of fun with that game. Overwatch is awesome. Interesting. Yeah, Diablo has got some... it has got the microtransactions, alright. Sorry, I'm almost done hand-stitching this. We're getting there. I think every fursuit should have a fursuit fan. Like, legitimately. It's kind of impossible to live without one. Like, you need one. If your fursuit maker offers it, yes. Do it. Do it. You haven't seen gameplay, which is funny since all your friends play it, right? Right? I mean, I'm sure Dan talks about it all the time, Della. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, you don't see him as much, though. I mean, I know you guys aren't, like, BFFs, so that's fine. Okay. See, I got a tiny bit of glue in this one spot, so it's been hard for me to stab the needle through. That's why it's given me a little bit of trouble. So that's why when you're putting your glue on, be very careful just to get it in that thin strip right where we need it, but not too much. You don't want to flood the thing with glue. I think that's the best way to explain it. Don't flood whatever you're doing with glue. 20 messages! Oh! Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of messages. I don't know how you did that. Alright, I'm on the last one now. Sorry about that. So once we get it on there... Well, unfortunately, Figby is all packed away right now, in storage. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yet the F word got through earlier. In fact, I want to fix that. I need to fix that. Since I'm trying to keep this mostly family friendly. I had to ban another word that furries like that starts with a Y. I definitely banned that one, but I forgot to ban the F word. Streamlabs is the ultimate mod. Yeah, Della. Yeah, Della, you know what I'm talking about. That's as far as I'm going on that statement. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it family friendly. Because, truthfully, a lot of furries... I'd say, like... See, it's hard to say, because a lot of furries are younger, but a lot of furries are older, too, so... it's kind of almost a half and half fan base. It's crazy. Like, how many fan bases do you know that are half younger and half older? Like, you won't see Star Trek as mostly older people, I'm sure. But, like, furries are cool that way. We've got all age groups. Oh no, my brother Dan. Oh. That's good. Thank you for that, yes. We can go veggie swears. Yeah, the community. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't even know how many mods I have right now. Also, would you just make a head 2.0 and not the body? I still think the bodies you make are fine for how they are. Thank you! I like them too! Yeah, I would probably just make the head 2.0. I would like to remake the body though, because Figby being my first one and experimental, there are some quality of life things that could be better. Like, he's got snaps for the feet, to attach the feet paws to the bodysuit instead of zippers, and they come unsnapped. It's not great. But other than that, the bodysuit works pretty good. And I could always just install a zipper on the old bodysuit. So maybe I could remake it in the future, but for now, honestly, it does its job, so yeah, probably would just remake the head. If you say Overwatch 3 times in the mirror, he shows up. Overwatch. I love how I just said Overwatch and it summoned my brother. He loves Overwatch. Oh my gosh. That's true, but it would feel really weird seeing somebody else as Figby 1.0. That would just be such an awkward moment. You're right, though. If I did remake the whole body, it would have 2 Figbys. Double Figbies. Along with Minecraft, too. Yeah, I'm waiting for Overwatch 6. Oh no, did you spend a lot of money, Alonzo? I'll make my brother wear the other Figby fursuit. You'll see. He'll be a furry yet. Alright, last stitch here. Just about to finish. Yes! Della's on board. We're gonna make him wear it. I've heard of furries making and or buying fursuits for their friends who are not even furries, but they wear it anyways and they have fun at the conventions anyways. Even if they're not furries, they just kind of go along with it. But trying to get my brother into a fursuit would be really funny, I think, because he would not. Check Discord messages. Okay, give me just a second. Ooh, you had something made. I want to see. Oh no, it has a battle pass? No, please don't make Overwatch have a battle pass. That'll wreck it. PvE is released in 2023. No! That's the part I wanted the most, is the PvE. Gotta make your boyfriend Nathan a persona. IDK would be. That would be funny. Make him wear it. Make him have a persona, and then we'll make a costume and make him wear it. Ooh. Aww. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, look at him. Is that your, Alonzo character, or is that a different one? That's what you meant, Clover. Oh, I thought you were joking. Following the Fortnite formula. He's only 3/4 partial, so you could still be the one to make Alonzo's full suit. That's cool. That would be so fun. Yeah, I think he didn't have a shirt, right? He didn't have the upper body. Which, to be honest, I've always wanted to try like a 3/4 suit. That always sounded fun. Sign up for Overwatch 2 now. Oh my gosh, I gotta do it. I don't joke about Fortnite. Game talk is like a foreign language. I'm sorry. Oh no. How do you sign up for the beta? I want to sign up for the beta number 2. I want to play more Mercy. Okay. Here we go. So you can't really get a link. Oh, okay, just go to the website. Got it. So there, you can't really use a lint roller in the mouth, but for this, for the inside of the mouth, I usually just get some tape, just like normal tape or masking tape, and just kind of stick it, and just kind of stick it in there, and just pull up any fuzzes you see. And you can do that on the eyes too, if you've got tons of fur on the eye, like fur stuck in the eye holes here, like in here. You can just stick some tape on there. Just make sure you don't accidentally put tape on the eye, because that'll rip the paint right out. The rest of it, if you use a brush, it'll get, like a fursuit brush, it'll dust it for you. Just the inside of the mouth and the nose are a bit easier to get tape, if you use tape, to get, like, lint off of it. Yeah, scalpers mess everything up, that's for sure. Okay, so here is this stitched on Velcro. And oh, here's the fan. Okay. So I'm going to stick the fan in there. Alrighty. And I'm going to put the wire through the way it would go. So stick the wire through the inside of the mouth, and it will feed down to the front here, this front piece. And this is where we're going to stitch that little baggie to hold on to it. So let's do that. Well, let's try it on first. Wait, let me read the messages first. Pieces are on the way to you right now. Oh, right now! Oh, you're so cute. Let me try. If I get on Discord on my phone. I used to be able to share screens, but frankly, it's like 5 times more complicated than it needs to be. Alright, this is Alonzo's suit. Oh yeah, the whole focusing thing. Look at the little spots. So that shirt is separate, I believe. I think it's just the rest of the bodysuit there. Come on, focus. It's so cute. You need to see it. Alright, camera doesn't like me. I'm sorry. But that is a cute suit. Let me try this. Let me try this one. At the very least, I'll just scroll through, because these are cute. I love the little white tail tip. So adorable. What a cute costume. What a cute design. I can't wait till Revenge of the Flying Dutchman gets a battle pass. I was just looking at that case the other day, thinking, man, I wish I could play this right now. It feels wrong without Avengers, so we need to play it together. Well, there's no actual beta keys, per se, as there's no limit to who gets in. You probably just have to pay to get into the game, unfortunately. Oh, interesting. That's so cute. I know! Oh, Alonso's character is the cutest. Like the black and white kitty. Send it on the Fursuit chat. Then Alonso on our Discord server. Oh yeah, Alonso, you can do that if you want. I don't know. Are you on my Discord server? I'm usually not. I should be. But if you are, you can put it on the Fursuit pictures there so that everybody can see it. That's a good thing. I didn't even think about that. Where'd the bag go? Okay. So this bag, I did not show you guys how to stitch it. I made this a while back, actually. It's very simple. You just stitch around. You put two pieces of fabric together, stitch the U shape, and turn it inside out. And then you can stitch the Velcro on. Or I guess you could do the Velcro first, too, if you'd rather. But, really any fabric works for this. I'm using jersey knit. It's, like, pretty lightweight stuff. Like, if you had a jersey, that's what it's made out of. It's a little bit stretchy. Cool. So, which way is the wire going? Is it going left or right? This one is going towards this side. So this is the side I want to make sure has the opening for the fan here. So I'll put the opening, the Velcro on this side so that when I have the battery pack in here, the wire travels through this way. Because you don't want to have to cross it. That would be really silly. Okay. So let me get situated. Okay. I'll post on your Discord server so people can see. Yay! That's good. Do that. Understandable, Avengers. Oh, you gotta go? Have a good stream or else. And there's a turtle. Oh, yes, and the ref pics. I love those too. Thank you, Alonzo. That's cute. Now everyone can see. Okay, bye, salad thrower. See you later. Probably. Alrighty. So, let's stitch this baggie on here. I'm going to kind of center it up with the center line here. You can see the... Well, maybe you can see. There's a center line right here. So I'm going to center it up. How many times do I got to say center? And I'm going to do these bottom pieces first. Because if I start with these top ones and then I realize that it's too low, hanging down too low, that would be a problem. So I just like to start with the ones around the edge here first. So I'm just going to stitch them on. And for durability's sake, I go around, like I stitch it around multiple times, like ridiculous amount, like 8. But it holds it on, and that's what you really need. You need it to hold some weight in there, so it doesn't matter how many times you double knot it. If it's just a single thread and it snaps, you know? Like... It won't come loose because of the knot. It'll come loose because it's too thin, not strong enough to hold the weight. Goodbye, my fellow relative. Go throw that salad. That's what I'll call my siblings from now on. My fellow relative. There's gotta be a closer way to get the camera, right? Right! Alrighty. So nothing fancy here, just kind of stitching around in a circle. Man, it's like 10,000 degrees in here. I want to melt. I mean, I'm already melting, so I guess I want to not melt. 6. I like to count. I like to count to make sure it's actually... I actually did enough stitches around, because sometimes... Oh. Alright, so here's the top of the needle here. It broke in half. Time to retire this one. If I don't count, sometimes I don't know if it's strong enough. I just like to count as I do it. Make sure that it's even. That's like a perfectionist thing right there. Okay, and it's stuck. Don't do this at home, children. Sorry you had to see that. Alright, I'm just gonna double knot this here. And thankfully I do have another hand sewing needle sitting out already, so I don't have to go dig for another one. Whoops! I have been using that one for a while. I'm actually surprised it didn't snap a lot sooner. Let me see your reference again. It's been a minute since I've seen it. It was cute though, I remember. Fursuit pics and regular pics. Oh, I missed a lot. Oh yeah! I love the leggies. So cute. Alright, let me bring up the stream again. There we go. Alright, if anybody's looking for an artist, then there you go. Possibly some not safe for work, but thank you for the warning. There you go. If you're looking for some art, so to commission somebody for some art. Oh no, you can go, Avengers. I mean, especially since the streams last so long, they just go. And you're working hard. Like you're trying to get that video out. That's really exciting. I mean, if you gotta go, you gotta go. The headshot was cute too. They were all cute. Did your links help to the fur buddy? I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry. It's possible that you said something sooner and I missed it, so... Help you make a commission sheet for your art. Oh! I was just updating my prices, my price sheet. It took me a long time and I was just about to post it. So yeah, I can help with that. That's one thing I know how to do. Yeah, you need to start, you need a price sheet so you can start doing your commissions with a price sheet. It's a lot easier to deal with, I think. Plus, it makes you look more professional. I think. I don't know. Does to me. Okay. These hand sewing needles are, they're not doing. You were talking to me, or I think you were talking to me? Oh! Yeah, I don't need the actual link. I just needed to know the fur color, so even if it doesn't work, I know where it's from and what the fur name is, and that's what I need. But it looked like they all worked anyways, so good job! Hand typing links takes like 18 years. Actually, something, did I give you a quote yet? I didn't even know if I gave you a quote. Like... I cannot get this needle to come through for some reason. It's giving me trouble. It's a user error, by the way. Yes, me, okay. Yeah, I refuse to make any kind of suits that are in any way kind of interesting. Yeah. I saw some of those interesting suits before. That's interesting idea for sure, and I refuse. Yeah, I would not. Or if it had text on there that said something bad, or if it had a pattern that looked kind of not good. Yeah, I would like to avoid all of that as much as possible. There we go, okay. One more stitch should do it. One more Lilo and Stitch. Has anyone even seen that movie in years? Because I have not. It's been years and years. I haven't given you a quote either. Oh no! Alright, we gotta get on that. I gotta get some quotes out. Especially since I am like a week away from finishing Ren here, and I'm just about to move on to my next set of commissions. It's like I'm ready to get the next people in the queue all set up, so it's time. Yeah, yeah, I'm not that kind of maker for sure. Yeah. I would be very uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable just seeing suits like that, actually. Suits that are just interesting, I should say. I usually just kind of let them do their thing, and I go do something else. There's plenty of fursuiters to talk to, so I'll just talk to somebody else. I'm very excited for Anthrocon. You love Lilo and Stitch? Yeah! It's so cute. I haven't seen it in so long. I grew up with the TV show. See, I think I saw more of the TV show more than the movie itself. I didn't even know there was a third film until recently. Yeah, I will add that to my list right now, that I gotta give quotes. Okay, you're on the list. I'll give you guys quotes when I get the chance. Yes, I am going to Anthrocon. Oh no. You know, the sad thing is, I don't even know what you're talking about, Della, but the fact that you've seen multiple of whatever you're talking about is scary. This conversation reminds me of that episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob and Patrick are saying all these swear words, and, well, really just one swear word, and it's like, it's just really funny, because it's still in, like, a family-friendly context, but it's also not, kind of, and it's just a very fun episode. One day I'll eventually go to Anthrocon. Oh! I had more fun at Anthrocon than MFF, but I plan on giving MFF another shot anyways. More like December, Alonzo. It's more like December. December or January. Yeah. Oh, yeah! The Timon and Pumbaa TV show was my favorite. I loved that one. And those weren't even my favorite characters. I just really liked the Lion King. They weren't my favorite characters from the movie, but you know, like, I just liked that show a lot. I don't know why. It'd be interesting to go back and watch for sure. You tell some friends to meet me there. I was gonna mention, I'm gonna have like a Clovercat suit meetup where we can all get together and take photos together. I mean, I guess even if you don't have a suit, but like, if anybody wants to, maybe I'll post it like on Twitter, like just before Anthrocon or during Anthrocon or something, and we can all meet up and say hi and or take photos. Because I don't know how many I don't know if any Clovercat suits are going to be there other than Ren. But I know Ren is going to be there for sure, so at least we can get one person. Alright, we're on the last corner of the little baggie here, so that's good. Almost done. I count this as installing the fan. It's part of the fan is the battery pack pocket here. It's part of it. I think the mask in the background is staring into my soul. Especially with the camera right in front of it. It just looks like eyes. Just stared at you. That's true. We totally could carpool. Because, like, you know, people who all live in Michigan together. Also, hi, Vance Raptor. He is staring at you. You're in no rush. Just wanted to know around when to get my deposit. Aww. And you'll be at MFF. Aww. Well, that's great. Maybe we can say hi at MFF together. And yeah, it'll be around January. Or December to January, somewhere around there. Yes, I am so excited. I want to meet all of you guys in suits. Or not in suits, even. But if you have a suit, I'd like to see it. Have I been to YumaCon? Oh, yeah. Yeah, a few times. YumaCon was fun. A few years ago was the first year they did a fursuit parade. And I was in it, and it was fun. Because apparently they had so many furries, they decided to start doing fursuit parades at YumaCon. So that was cool. Yeah, I definitely plan on going to YumaCon and Motor City FurryCon, which is in Detroit. You know, I live in Detroit, so that's fine. It's right there. So if anybody wants to see me there, Anthrocon, MFF, Motor City FurryCon, or YumaCon. YumaCon is a Detroit con also, if you don't know what that is. But yeah, I would love to just kind of hang out with you guys. Just suit and talk about our personas and get some food and just take pictures, hang out. That's what cons are, really. Just hanging out. Although my brother and I, when we go to cons, usually we spend a lot of time in, like, the trading card game room. Suiting at YumaCon isn't, like, a weird thing or unheard of. You've never gone, but you've always wanted to. You don't cosplay or anything. You should come with us. We could totally carpool, too. It's right there, you know? Oh, yeah. Well, Detroit is just, like, easy to explain to people. It's not, I don't really live in Detroit. I live, like, a little bit further out from there, for sure. But, yeah, I just say Detroit because people know what that is. Nobody who lives outside of Michigan will know what, like, this small town would be called or whatever. So, everybody knows where Detroit is. It's, like, a half hour from my house. So, it's close. It's not super close, but yeah. That would be cool, Alonzo. I would love to see you at all of those. I live XYZ hours away from Detroit is our go-to phrase, right? Yeah, okay, Della lives in the same kind of area as me, and she also says it like that too, apparently. That's how Michigan works, I guess. Alright, so I forgot, I actually also like to sew the middle section here. I've got the four corners sewn on, but, like, so it doesn't droop horribly too bad. I do like to sew the two middle sections, so let's sew that. And then I will try it on and make sure it looks good. My battery pack, oh yeah, I was saying this like 20 minutes ago. Figby is packed away right now because I don't have the whole body suit out when I'm not suiting. I just have the head sitting here because I like to look at him. But, yeah, the fan is packed away and the battery pack. So I can't put the battery pack on, but I know the battery pack will reach here. Like, the cord will reach. I know the battery pack goes in here. I don't necessarily need to put the battery pack in to test the fan, because I just tested the fan and it works, so, yeah, there's that. So I can't put the battery pack in, but we'll try it on and make sure the fan is in the right spot. Make sure when you, put the fan in and take it out that it's not, like, it's threatening to come apart from the Velcro. Just make sure everything looks nice. Just like that final try-on, you know? You always want to make sure what you're doing is ending up properly working. Or we, yes, or we just point to our hand to show exactly where. Okay, so this might be mirrored for you guys, but I live right here. Right there. So when I want to drive to Cedar Point, I gotta go down this way. Or if I want to go to Anthrocon, I gotta go down and then around the lake and then up. It's... right? Our whole map is right here. I totally... I agree. The map is just the most convenient thing. It's not mirrored at all? Oh, that's good. That's good. I must have fixed that and I forgot about it. Because I remember for a long time it was mirrored and it really was messing up stuff. Like, when I wrote down text or whatever, it was reversed. So, glad to know that that's not a problem. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, the Lower Peninsula is just divided into Metro Detroit and not Metro Detroit. That is the most accurate thing. It's so true. I regularly forget the UP exists. Me too. I would love to go up. I don't even think I've ever been to the UP. And I've lived in Michigan my whole life. You have a few years and all you young whippersnappers. That is A-okay. I'm gonna be at Anthrocon the whole time. So Anthrocon is from the 30th to the 3rd, I think. It's like Thursday to Saturday. No, to Sunday. Thursday to Saturday. Sunday. Thursday to Sunday. It's a few days long. So I'm gonna be getting there Thursday night and staying the night at the hotel. Not much really happens at the con. Technically it's open Thursday night, but like nothing ever happens at cons, like that very opening section. So yeah, I'm just gonna get there Thursday and spend the night, and then Friday morning is when all the festivities happen. I can't wait to go to the furry dance. It's all the lights and stuff. I couldn't even believe it. It was so cool. I've only been to Anthrocon that one time, and then, you know, the world shut down for like a year or whatever. But I'm very, very excited to go back. Can't believe it's been like 2 years. Or maybe more. I don't remember if it was... Yeah. I don't remember if Anthrocon canceled 1 or 2 years in a row, but... All roads lead to Detroit. Abe Einstein. Oh, that is very quotable. That is very good. I'm not ancient by any means. You're probably only a few years older than us, Alonzo, and even if so, that's totally fine. Once you hit, like, a certain threshold of age, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like... Thursday through Sunday as well. Nice! Definitely carpool. I have to see. My car might be full, because ever since my minivan died, I have a regular car now, and it's really small, and to fit my fursuit in there, and the people I'm with in their fursuits. So we'll see, but if there's enough space, I will text you, or message you. I'll Twitter you. Because that would be really great. You can even hand me my tail for the con. Yeah! Yeah, after the con, give me your tail so I can make the digi legs. Oh, Della! They're not that bad. If you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't have to. You can also just kind of stalkerishly watch people. One of my favorite things to do was just watch people in their fursuits. Watch how they walk and look at how interesting their fursuits were built. Like, Anthrocon was interesting to me because if I was wearing my fursuit, all I wanted to do was try to look at the other people's really cool, unique fursuits. But if I wasn't wearing my fursuit and I could actually see, then all I wanted to do is wear my fursuit to be with them. So it's like I can't see in my fursuit that well. I can't see the details. So do I wear my fursuit or do I not? So I couldn't decide because I wanted to see all the costumes with clarity, but I also wanted to be one of the pack. So first world problems, am I right? The fact that that was the hardest part of Anthrocon for me last time. That's a-okay. Age is something that gets brought up once you start getting... I don't know, I'm starting to get older and now I bring it up all the time because it stresses me out. So, yeah, that's definitely not something you have to talk about. Really, it doesn't even matter. You have a head and a tail and a paws, along with a small backpack. Your car is mostly empty and has great gas. That's good. Honestly, my car gets awful gas mileage. It's really, really bad. That's good. That's good. I hope you get good mileage. I mean, especially because Pennsylvania is a little bit over there, you know? A little bit of a drive. I think it was like 5.5 hours or something. Which isn't terrible, but it's not great either. You definitely gotta be prepared for that. You gotta get a good sleep so you don't get super bored or whatever and get sleepy. Jasper. Alright, I don't know how the cat got in here. I didn't let him in. He must have snuck in. Like no one else in your furry is no one else in your family is a furry and you're scared to go with anyone else. Understandable. You can see details in your suit. Also, finally made a tail cover for her belt. That's good. It's a beach ball. That's cute. You know, Fel is in his 30s. He's a few years older than me. And when I was really a lot younger, I thought he was ancient, but he was only like 5 years older than me. But, like, now I'm almost 30, and it's like, wow. Time flies, huh? I think oh my gosh, I can't read anymore. I think gas in the Mad Max world was somehow cheaper than right now. Anthrocon is an 8-hour drive for us. Oh. I wouldn't want to be making that drive. I am so done with driving. I'm so sick of driving. Everybody and their mother, everybody I know is like... It's terrible. Everybody's dying, and I've been traveling constantly to memorials. It's awful. It's been terrible. Not only am I traveling to something awful, but I'm traveling by car for hours and hours and hours and hours constantly. Just within the past few, like, months and weeks, it's just... I'm so sick of being in the car. But for Anthrocon, I'll do it. I'll do it for Anthrocon. Alright. So here we go. We've got 4 stitches on each corner, one on each corner, the 2 middle stitches, and that way when the fan is in here it won't sag, or the battery for the fan is in here, it won't sag down too much. It'll hold it nice and tight. And I think off stream I sewed this on. This is the Clovercat logo. Well, I think if you spend this many hours on something, especially if you're spending a lot of, if it's a premium product like this, something very expensively made, high quality, it's nice to have that logo on there to show that it's like a real legit, like a legit Clovercat fursuit or whatever it is, you know, like that. It's just super. It's nice to have. It makes it quality, and also, I mean, it shows other people that it's quality, and then people know that I made it too. Plus, if anybody ever loses their fursuit, you can look up Clovercat and hopefully through that find the owner of the suit. You're leaving on Wednesday, the 29th. So are you going to spend the night at the hotel Wednesday night? Oh yeah, I know. I keep forgetting. I'm like 26 or 27, but it changes every year, so I don't know. I was born in 95, so I think, I don't know. But September is when my birthday is, so it's coming up. You're not gonna buy your own car for who knows how long. Wait till gas prices are chill. Yeah, right? I haven't even, that's another problem, is the prices for gas has just been astronomical. Okay, I'm gonna try this on real quick. I don't want to wear it too long because it is really hot in here and I don't want to die. Or get it sweaty, heaven forbid. I just gotta make sure the fan is in the right place and everything is fitting and feeling well. There we go. Cute. Woof. Alright. Definitely a good spot for the fan. And the wire does reach all the way down here. I don't know if you can see. So, we're good. There we go. Nice. So the fan is all set. We're hooked up and everything. So, and I tested the fan. I know it works. So I'm going to take it out and I'm going to package it up. Basically, I'm just going to fold the wire back and twisty tie it and then put it in Ren's pile of things that go with her. Yep, which happens to be in this crate, so just gonna yeet it in here. Okay, so we got the fan installed. That took longer than I thought. Everything always takes longer than I thought, doesn't it? You don't look old apart from the shaved head that is. That's good. I mean, honestly, however you wear your hair and however old you are, doesn't even matter. As long as you're a happy person. Yeah, that's the end of my statement. As long as you're a happy person. So when you're at a con, how long do you stay in the hotel room? How long are you down in the main con area or whatever it's called? I have a medical condition that requires me to take metabolic supplement 3 to 4 times a day. Whew! So I feel like it'd be a pain to keep going back and forth from the hotel room to take it. Yikes! Oh yeah, you do. You did say that before, Alonzo, that you got tattoos. That's fine. Some people are tattoo people, and you know what? If you like that, then that's good. I mean, especially if you got really cool ones and cool spots. You probably look really cool, Alonzo. When I see you in person, maybe we'll take a selfie. Alright, I'm definitely just playing with these wire clippers. I'm gonna put these down. So let me... Give me just a second, Della. I'm gonna get started on the next thing here, and while we're doing that, I will talk about, the con experience. You're always in a good and happy. Oh, that's good! Excellent. That's just what I like to hear. Oh, I know, I'm sorry, Shock. It's so hard, especially with traveling and cost of traveling and gas. It's just, doing anything these days is just so hard. Okay, so we've got the fan done. The other plan is the tongue and the teeth. And then, in future streams, we're going to do the feet paws and the hand paws. So once we get the tongue and teeth done, the head is done. So that's nice. Something I wanted to mention was... Oh my gosh. Look at my cat here. Jasper! Jasper! Why are you in here and why are you doing that? Typical cat, am I right? Alright, something I didn't get to do on stream with you guys, and I'm sorry about that. I didn't get to finish the eyes. And so I just wanted to quickly explain what I did to finish these eyes. Leggy up! Jasper, you a clean boy. Jasper's the smartest cat I've ever experienced. Like, ever. Who'd have thought? Tuxedo cat. Oh yeah, there's a squeaker in the nose still. Okay, so for the eyes, we've got our 3D printed eyes. I believe I told you I painted over it a few layers with white paint. And then I painted over it again with clear coat and or clear coat spray. Doesn't matter if you paint it or spray it, but you do need to clear coat it. So even if you don't paint over it with white, just make sure it's at least got a clear coat on it. I'm going to turn this light down a little bit. It's a little too bright. Costco gas is the cheapest in Westland. I should check that. I haven't been to Costco gas in a while. If it's cheaper, it might be. I'm going to check, because if it's cheaper, that'll help. Are vents 3D or 2D? Actually, I don't think I've ever made 2D eyes. They're all 3D. The effect kind of works. I'm wondering if I need to make my 3D eyes a little bit deeper. Maybe I need to make the pupils bigger. Huh, interesting. Yeah, so technically they're 3D. I think... Yeah. I mean, you can kind of see the optical illusion of it moving. Yeah, so hers are 3D. Jasper files his taxes quarterly. He's a smart man, what can I say? That would be cool, Shock. I would love to do it. Maybe someday, if you're ready ever, you know, it's just let me know. Deeper and bigger pupils. That's what I'm thinking. I think maybe I'll do that for the next one I'll try. Oh gosh, why is gas so expensive? Alright, so after you have clear coated this, next is the eye itself. And we did talk about painting the eyes. This is a replacement Figby eye because you can't really tell, but I kind of wrecked his because it's made out of buckram and I didn't cover it in clear coat, so it got warped. And also, the eyes are made out of foam and they're not the greatest of quality. So I have a 3D printed set here. If I have time, I'll install it in his head before Anthrocon, but I don't know if I'll have time. But we'll see. So, yeah, you gotta line it up here like this, and you want to glue the back. I usually glue around the sides pretty good, and then, you know, you stick it right in there. Stick it. And once you get it in there, I'll usually kind of, you gotta hold it in place. This is one of the harder parts, too, because you don't want to accidentally get glue on, like, the face anywhere, which is, by the way, what happened to Figby here. I need to replace this chunk of fur between his eyes because I dropped a glue gun on it. Can't tell unless you're super close, but he needs help. So anyways, don't get glue on any of the fur. Just be very careful. So usually I'll have the eye sticking in there, and I'll put my finger in and kind of lift up this fur and just put some glue in here, and I'll do that all the way around. I'll kind of pull the fur and the foam back a little bit and get some glue in there, and I'll go all the way around. And then, from the inside, I will also do the same thing. I'll get the glue in there, going all the way around, and that'll really make it stick in there. And then the last part is the eyelashes, and it's hard to see on her because she's so dark, but for that, wrong button. There we go. Yeah, so there's the eyelashes. For that, I use felt, like a stiff felt, the stiffest I can find. And it's fine if you use, like, Minky also, but felt is gonna be the easiest because everything else will stretch and warp. Basically, I just trace this eye shape onto a piece of paper, and then I draw, like, eyelash shape on it. And that's how you get that shape. So you want that exact perfect rim shape to match. So that's how I got the shape that goes directly all the way around to fit perfectly. Actually, to be honest, I would suggest gluing the eyelashes on before gluing the entirety of the eye in. So, put the mesh of the eye on, then put the eyelash on top, then insert it into the head. That's the order I would do. I think that's the best way to do it. That's what I did here. And it worked really well for me. That's the order you should do. You have a really good paying job and very nominal amount of bills. That's good. Makes for having commission work made very easy for sure. That is really great. It's really, really nice when you're not, like, struggling to stay afloat. It makes life a lot more fun. And, of course, now you can get some fursuits made. Oh, that's so exciting. I really love that. Your maker did just a rim of plastic, then the whole white and iris is buckram. That works too. That works too. You could do that. I mean, if you had, I have a plastic sheet. It's like a piece of paper, but it's a plastic sheet with a little bit of thickness. You can cut that out into a shape kind of like this, and it's just flat, and then that could be a 2D eye. These are 3D because they sink in, but I need to make these deeper. I'm gonna start trying different eyes. Every suit I make, I try new things. Like this suit, I learned how to do magnetic eyelids, and with Ace, I learned how to do magnetic eyebrows. This one, I got a squeaker in the nose and a squeaker in the tail, and every suit I do, I'm learning and getting even better. So it's really exciting. You can show me when he comes. Good. Yes, please do. I would love to see. I love to see fursuits. I love fursuits. Okay, so that's just what I wanted to explain was about the eye. All right. So, oh yeah. Della, 3D eyes are just superior. You're not wrong. Most of the time I like 3D eyes. Oh yeah, Della, I was gonna explain to you what it's like to go to a con. At least Anthrocon. But first things first, I really need to start digging in here. I need a hot second, because there is boxes, and I need to get the fabric out for the tongue. I think it's right on top here, though. Hopefully, please. Oh, yes. Thank you, me. But when we get to the teeth, I'm going to have to dig. It's at the very bottom for the teeth. Alright. We get to move over to the actual table now. Okay, so let's get some tongues made. I'm going to still need the wire, but not that wire. I don't want that wire. I need a thicker wire. Okay. Got a pile of stuff all set for the stream. You're gonna need some stuffing for the tongues, and you're gonna need some thicker wire. I'm not sure which gauge I used last time, but it worked really well. I hope I wrote it down. Sometimes I write it down. Please tell me I wrote it down on my pattern. Alright. So here's a tongue I used for Ace. But he had a bird beak because he was a griffin, so it was very interesting. Please call you, it's important. Okay. Do I have to call you right now, or can I call you after the stream? I guess I gotta make a call. Hang on, guys. I am calling brother. So here is my long bendable. It's not answering though. Here's my long bendable tongue. Within like 10 minutes? Oh, okay. I'm calling you. And the long bendable tongue has a wire that goes around, all the way around. And that is so that you can actually bend it and it will stay in that shape. That way you can make it do like a licking motion around its muzzle, or you can make it like grab onto something with its tongue. It can be very cute. So that's something I like to do. I did not tell myself the thickness of the wire, so I'm gonna guess, and I'll tell you guys how it goes. Okay, I tried to call him, it didn't work. That's weird. Okay, maybe he'll call me. You can call me, brother! Okay, and here is the medium-sized tongue. This one, I mean, you can see where I put, this is where you put the Velcro. This one, you can see a big circle up here, and the reason for that is, this is where I want to put some stuffing, only up here in the front. That way, when the tongue hangs down, it'll droop. It'll actually hang down. It won't just be stiff and straight out. So if I put stuffing at the tip, it'll kind of weigh it down and do that kind of droopy tongue out thing like Figby behind me. And this is the normal tongue. Just a short, normal tongue. It stays inside the mouth perfectly. So first things first, let's see if these tongues actually fit in her face. Ugh. I need to re-dye my hair. I mean, the pastel green isn't bad, but I really loved the emerald green. That was really nice. My phone's not ringing? Why? What the heck? I know, I was trying to call your phone and it wasn't going. Okay, I will call again, just a second. Okay. So I'll stick this in here. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Perfect size. So, let me try this one. Honestly, yeah, this is good. And the super long one. The super long one, so you can like bend the tongue up like this if you want, or have it hang down super far, or just bend it, lick, make it lick. Okay, so that's good. That's good that we know that will fit. I was thinking about it, Shock. Right now, other than like the interchangeable tongues, I can do like magnet eyebrows and or eyelids. I can't think of anything else on top of that though. I'm sure if you have an idea, let me know, cause give me just a second. Hello. Hi. Please hurry, I'm on stream. Where was that? Oh, wow, really? Just now that happened? How much was it? Oh god, not worth. Okay, sorry. Alright, bye. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Tongues. Okay, so we really only need the wire for the long tongue, and we'll save that for last because that's the harder one. We'll just start off with the normal sized tongue. Aww, you have another suit being made, Alonzo. That's nice. I hope that they all come out good. I'm sure they will. It's just exciting. It's exciting to when you wait for them to get made and it finally comes out and you're like, yay! It's just super fun. Okay, so here we go. I've got the tongue and I've got to trace it twice because it needs to have a top and a bottom. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use this. I guess I'll just use... I really shouldn't. Alright, that's fine. I'll use the Sharpie. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna use the Sharpie. Alright, the only thing about the Sharpie is you gotta make sure you actually cut the excess off. Here we go. Alrighty. Fenivira and Clover. Yeah! Yeah! Teamwork! Alright. Well, that's really exciting, you guys, to have some suits being made. Definitely takes a hot minute to do, but, like, once it arrives, it's the coolest thing. It almost makes the wait, like, I don't know, like, having to wait for it makes it almost more special. Because, you know, you waited so long for it, and suddenly it's there, and it's just hard to explain. Oh, yeah, I was gonna talk about, being at cons. Right. Okay, so this was a while back, but basically, I'll try to give a recount of what Anthrocon was like to me. So, at Anthrocon, well, we showed up Thursday night, me and my group, and we had a few nights at the hotel, and we stayed at, I don't remember which hotel. There was quite a few to choose from, and as far as Anthrocon goes, they're all a short walk away, like 0.2 or 3 or 4 miles away. So it's like a short walk, and it's not bad, but you just gotta be aware that you're gonna have to walk a little bit to get to the convention center. So if you want to go in suit, you don't have to wear your suit on the way over, like, but most people were wearing their suits to walk over, and either wearing their heads or carrying their heads. I just wore my head, and when you get to the convention center, there's just tons of people, in suits and out of suits, and it's really neat. And frankly, everybody there that I met was just the sweetest person, the sweetest people. I had no trouble with anyone. It was awesome. You're pretty savvy in finding suit makers for suits. You did find me after all. Oh, honestly, how did you find me? That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive, actually. I hope I do a good job for you. You spoiled yourself with your maker. Your heads are lightweight, breathable, and can wear glasses, and they don't fog. I love that. The not fogging is the most important part. Oh, man. Alright. Slight hiccup here. I don't know if I have enough fabric. Oh. This is fine. Everything is fine. I just need to buy some more fabric soon. Basically, I might have to remake this one tongue, but that's fine. I gotta do what I gotta do, I guess. This will be your first Anthrocon. That's good! We'll definitely have to meet up and say hi. Alrighty. Give me just a second. Sorry, I'm tracing these. You were working last night on one of your suit and realized you bought the wrong amount of fur. You have until the Anthrocon. You were planning for it to be a partial. You're not getting the fur until Wednesday, so you're in a big rush. Oh, dear Lord! That's awful! That's terrible! And, like, you're probably all rearing to go, too. Like, you probably were already kind of in a rush. Because, you know, it's coming up. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. You owned 2 full suits in the past, but you had to get rid of them. Oh, when you moved cross country. Understandable, but still sad. At least you can get new ones now. Yeah, it's a huge rush. It is very depressing. I hope you make it. I'm sure you will, but still, it doesn't make it any less stressful. Can't break the magic. Must wear head and suit, right? It takes a lot for me to take off my head just because I don't like to. Not that there's anything wrong with that if other people want to take the heads off, but I don't like to, personally. I don't want to break the magic, if you will. Oh, cool! Yeah, that sounds fun! We can try on each other's. When it comes to food, you guys bring food or eat at restaurants in the area? Just worried about your medical condition. Yeah, that's not good. See, the thing is about, like, I don't know if you have to be in the room to take your medicine, or if you can be out and about and take your medicine. I don't think anybody will care if you do need to take medicine on the con floor. Usually, half the time we ate out, and half the time we ordered pizza at the hotel. And we spent a lot of time just kind of hanging out in the hotel, but we also spent a lot of time on the con floor. I'd say, like, maybe 2/3 of our time was on the con floor somewhere, or in, like, one of the trading card game rooms or something, and then 1/3 of it was just hanging out in the room playing N64. So, I mean, at MFF, we watched the entire Shrek series, so, yeah. It's super fun to be out and about, but it's also nice to just kind of take a breather from all the people. But yeah, since it is just a little bit of a walk, I'm not sure if you... Yeah, I'm not sure how the medicine thing would work with that. Like, if you would want to walk back every time or what. But yeah, it's like half the time we ate out at the restaurants. Like, there's like a Subway around there, and like, I think there's like a Mexican restaurant. There's a few restaurants. And the other half, we were just in the hotel ordering pizza, so yeah. I called Joann's, they said blue fur. Oh no! And then you went, they didn't? Yeah, I haven't seen blue fur in months, actually. It's been months. I saw blue fur... Actually, it might have been years. At least a year. It was at least a year ago since the last time I saw blue fur in Joann. And I bought some. It was cool. But, like... Yeah. That's interesting that they said they had it, because they very, very well don't. I don't know what they're thinking about. Oh no, see Della, that's not good. I mean, I'm pretty sure the hotel rooms don't have microwaves because it's like high end and they want you to eat out and stuff and call room service and all that. But I think it did have like a mini fridge. I mean, if we needed to make some kind of, if you needed to make some kind of food, you could. Probably make it work. I mean, if you wanted to bring a microwave or something, I don't think anybody would injure you, but maybe just keep it a secret. But yeah, with all the eating out and stuff, that would be kind of hard, I imagine. I'm not sure what you can eat. Hey, Peppers, how you doing? Oh, thank you. I love my chickens. My silly chickens in the background. They are cute. I think they're adorable. They're just always watching, you know? That's just how chickens do. Somebody I knew in college had pet chickens, and I thought that was the coolest thing. I was so jealous. Yeah, I'm just cutting out these tongues. Fun. Hopefully I'm staying in the camera. I'm trying. I think for the most part I am, but... Medical food. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah, like... maybe you could just bring a ton of food and keep it in the fridge and... Because, yeah, with you being not able to eat very many things at all, that's really rough. Actually, it's a different brand. I think I got this one on Amazon. It's like... Zero. Z-E-R-R-O. But it's basically the same thing. It's just not Olfa brand. But yeah, it does a good job. It protects my work surface. Even though this work surface is so old, it doesn't really need to be protected, but oh well. Okie dokie. So, let me finish cutting out the little tongues, and then we'll stitch those together. I'm not in the camera, am I? Ah! There goes the light. It's okay, we don't need it right now. I'll just let it sit there. Just sit there on the floor. Gee. It's kind of not good that I don't have more of this Minky. Kind of running out. I hope I have enough. I feel like I have enough, but we'll see. I don't know if I have enough for the long tongue, is the thing I'm worried about. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, it does get expensive. Rotary cutters? Yeah. Rotary cutters are super expensive. I still don't own one. You'd think I would by now, but nope. And that's like technically like a basic sewing tool, so you'd think. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I cut off all of the Sharpie, because I don't want it to bleed if it gets wet. That's definitely something I would throw in the washing machine under cold water. Like if you needed to wash these tongues, I would totally do that. Just washing machine, put it in a laundry bag to keep it safer. Put it on cold water, and there you go. Wouldn't be a true Figby's tree without something that crashed to the ground at least once. Right? Always. Although usually it's the cameras, but like... It's always something. We've got to have some kind of explosion. Alright, so here's what I think we're gonna do. Not sure. Okay, this is fine. I've got a plan. I think I'm going to do 2 of the tongues on stream because it won't take as long. Or maybe just 1. Definitely gonna have to save teeth for either later today or maybe tomorrow because I'm getting tired. But, I would like to at least finish some of the tongues today. Okay, so here's the short little tongue. And really I need to sew the Velcro on first. That would be the smart thing to do, so let me grab some Velcro. And the same thing with the fan. We want the soft side of the Velcro to be in the head and the rough side to be on the tongue. Is this big enough? Kinda. I need some more Velcro, like, I don't have a lot left. It looks better than it is, because the problem is some of this is sticky back Velcro, and the problem is you can't really sew through it because it wrecks your needles. And I like the Velcro that sews, not sticks, because, yeah, you can't sew through the gluey ones. So it's been causing me some trouble. Because I'm running out of Velcro, I think. This might be a problem. Alright. Wish me luck. I'm looking for Velcro. Alrighty. I don't have any. That's fine. Alright. The only The only side that has the glue is the one side that we're sewing into Ren's head, so at least I don't have to sew the glue side into all of the tongues. Alright, Jesker's back. Okay, I made a mess up here by my sewing machine. There's Velcro everywhere. I'm going to just kind of scoop this into a pile, I guess. I think I need to run to the store and get some Velcro. But I'm good for now. At least I've got enough for this project, so we're good. Alright. So first things first, looking at this little pattern that I made. So you can see the tongue line, and that will come last. But first, we want to choose a side to be the back and the front. Doesn't matter. If there's one that has a little bit messed up minky, you can use that for the bottom. I'll use this one for the bottom. Why not? So I'm going to put this Velcro right there on the bottom. That's where it goes. We're going to sew it. Okay. I don't like to cut Velcro with my sewing scissors. I don't want to wreck them. Okay. So about this wide. Let's measure that. Good. Okay. So we're going to stitch this onto here for our first step, and then we're going to put the faces of these two together and sew them together, and then we'll turn it inside out. So messy, right? And go get some Velcro. Right, I need to get some Velcro. I might need to do that today. Well, actually, I'm gonna have enough for this project, so I don't need to go today, but if there's anything else I need at the store, I'll pick up some Velcro while I'm at it. In fact, I'm gonna put that on my list. If I don't put it on the list, I will forget. Unless I lose my list, LOL. Velcro. Okay. On the list. Alright, Inksy, thank you for hanging out. It was nice seeing ya. I will see you later eventually. I love the paw. Okie dokie. So I'm going to line this up right here like this, right at the bottom. And I'm going to stitch this bottom line first, and then I will stitch the top. Bye! Aw! Alright, should I move this? Yes, I think I will. I think I will move the camera. And I picked up the light. I like streaming a lot, but I am definitely an introvert, so I get tired very quickly. Which is kind of not great for somebody who's trying to stream. I don't understand how some people can make a job out of this and stream for hours upon hours every day. Like, that's crazy. I just can't imagine how they do it. Because I get tired way too quickly for that. Okay, there's a light in my face. I can barely reach the sewing machine. That means we're in a good position. Alright. So Minky will try to slide around when you're sewing it, so just do the best you can with it. Okay, I did a little back pedal too. Okay. Where's... Alright, I don't know where I put my little baby scissors. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, so I like to keep my things clean, meaning I like to cut off all the threads as I go, because I've tried doing that, and I've also tried not doing that. And if you let the threads build up, it's a problem. Trust me. They start getting tangled in each other, and it's awful. It does not end up looking professional. It does not end up helping at all. And you're gonna have to cut the threads off anyways, so just keep the threads cut off as you go. Okay, so I stitched the very top there. So now that I'm sure that it looks good and it's on there good, I'm going to start up here. I'm going to stitch the bottom little other 3 sides, and then I'll just go across the top again one more time. I'll probably go around twice, because I like to double stitch things. So, yeah, sorry about this. I know the machine isn't the most exciting. Oh, or the thread's gonna rip, and I'm gonna need to get a new thread. That's good. That's, everything is fine. This is fine. Alright. And of course, it still did like a few stitches, so now I've got to cut the threads off. Like, if the thread broke immediately, like, fine. But, like, since it did a few stitches first, now I have to cut off the extra threads, and then re-put it back in there. Ugh. First world sewing problems. It's not even that big of a deal. Okay. Make sure you backpedal a little bit. Right at the beginning there, because if you don't backpedal, there's nothing to hold it in place, and it'll just come loose. And that's no good. That's what Sonic says. That's no good. Okay. Nice. So I am going to go around it one more time just for durability. I hope this is visible. So this is the reason I don't like the Velcro glue, because when you're stitching through it with either a hand sewing needle or the machine needle, imagine it going through the Velcro and then a layer of glue. It wrecks it. It wrecks your needle. In fact, I don't even know if you're supposed to use any kind of that gluey stuff in a machine at all. I certainly won't try it. I mean, you probably can, because certain kinds of interfacing have glue in it, but you're just going to have to change your needle. And why give yourself the extra step when you could just buy the sewing version of Velcro? Works much better. Yes, sewing Velcro by the yard. I know, right? Next time I'm there, I'm going to grab a ton. Like, I'll just buy the whole roll. I guess that defeats the purpose of buying it by the yard. Alright, so now we have this soft side one, and we have this soft side one without the Velcro. So we're going to put the 2 soft sides together. I'm going to line it up really nice. And you can pin this if you'd like. I think I can hold it in place good enough, so I'm not going to bother. But you could pin it all the way around. And we're going to stitch all the way around except this back opening here. We're going to leave open. Also, there's like black Velcro and white Velcro. And I usually like to get the black because it hides it better in the fursuit head. But sometimes white works really well too for certain projects. So I think it's good to have both. But definitely pick black if you have to choose. Alrighty. I love my sewing machine. I would absolutely die without it. Everything takes way, way too long to hand sew. And plus, it can give you some durable stitches. Like this thing that I just did in like a minute would have taken me maybe 7 or more, depending on how durable I tried to make it. And even then, it wouldn't be as strong as the sewing machine. Okay, so we've got this little pocket. It's inside out, or yeah, it's inside out. I'm going to stitch over it at least one more time to make sure it's durable. And check to make sure that the edges, like see how the edge here, it's off the edge. We need to stitch a little bit deeper in. So probably going to go over it twice because of that. So make sure you flip it over and check both sides. Make sure that it's stitched well all the way around the edges. Okay. And don't forget, you're going to need stuffing for this. about tongues is that the Minky tries to get caught in the machine. The Minky tries to get caught in the machine sometimes. That's not great, obviously. But it's not too much of a problem if you know how to work your machine. Like, you figure out the quirks of your machine, like how far to the edge can you possibly take it before it's a problem and stuff like that. You learn just by using your machine. Alright, I gotta go over this one stitch hole one more time because it's still too close to the edge here for my liking. There we go. Okay. Yep. Still cleaning up the threads as I go. It's really annoying, but trust me, it's worth it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm super excited for Anthrocon. I mean, the last times when it was canceled, I don't remember if they canceled it once or twice in a row, but at least for sure they canceled once. And I was very sad because I was finally really becoming a true furry. I was really getting into furriness, and that's when I wasn't able to go to the cons anymore because everything closed. So I'm really excited. This is like this first con I've been to in a long time because of that. And I always like to bring my N64 when I'm going to cons because it is just the ultimate multiplayer gaming console. It's so fun. The older the console, the more fun it is. I just love the retro consoles. Alright, so I'm just checking the edges again to make sure they're still strong enough. I did miss a few edges, so I keep stitching more. So give me one more second. I still have to fix this one edge I keep forgetting about. This will be your first con. You're so excited and nervous. Eee! I'm so excited for you, Ren. You're gonna have an absolute blast. As long as you've got some money, nothing can go wrong. It's so fun. And to choose a furry con for your first con is also top tier. That's a good choice. I have way more fun at the furry cons than I ever did at any standard anime mixed con. And I don't know if it's just... Well, I guess I just love the furry fandom so much. I just love so much furry stuff. And there was just fursuiters everywhere. I just had so much fun with it. Okay, so still inside out. And I'm done stitching it, so let's turn it right side out. When I first started making tongues like this, I would start with the stitching it and turning it inside out, and then I would try to hand sew this Velcro on, and it kind of sucked. So that's why you want to do the Velcro first, because it helps make it much easier on yourself. And you can use the machine then. You don't have to try to hand stitch it on there. Okay, so this looks great. This is the bottom of the tongue with the Velcro, and then this is the top. So we're going to very lightly stuff it, like very lightly. Just enough to give it its shape. And then we're going to close the hole at the top, and we're going to sew that tongue line. You know the tongue line. Everybody knows the tongue line. If you have a pattern you drew like this I draw the tongue line on there so that you know what it will look like. Because if you try to go freeform, you put it in the machine and you sew, you're going to have trouble guesstimating exactly how long to make this tongue line. So draw it first on the paper and then use the paper as a reference to know how long to make that line. Trust me, it will help you so much. Because I've had it too long or too short, and it's like you gotta get it right the first time. Otherwise you gotta unstitch it, and yeah, you gotta try hard for the tongue line. It's one of those ones you gotta do it right. He took a tea break. That's cute. Yes, the tongue line. Is that actually what that's called? I've never heard of that. There's gotta be a name for that, for the line. Okay, quick tip. Try not to get stuffing in the Velcro, because I forgot and I just got some stuck on there. Yay! Alright. The reason it's very lightly stuffed is it just needs enough to hold its shape. And more than that, it's like, not only is it excessive, but it just doesn't look as good, in my opinion. You want the right amount. So now when I hold this line down, you can see the stuffing is puffing it out a little bit. It looks really good. Do need more stuffing though. I mean, just use your best judgment on how much stuffing you need. Just don't pack it in, you know? Like, just kind of put it in loosely and fill up the tongue, and that's good. A little bit more. Kitty, if you want it out, why did you come in? They run, okay, when I'm going in and out of my workroom, they run in and run under the bed because they know I won't see them there. And then they hide, and then hours later they come out, and I'm like, where did you come from? Okay, so here's our little tonguey tongue. It's stuffed to a good amount that I like. We're gonna fold this closed, like pinch it closed, and stitch this top closed. Definitely at least double stitch it, because you want to at least double stitch everything. And then we will sew that tongue line on there. Maybe I should get a clip for this one. This one's not as easy. That's fine. I'll brute force it. Good. Oh! Yeah, when Yoshis eat something, they make that sound. I love Yoshi. I've always loved Yoshi. Okay. Well, I got half the line sewn. Let me finish the other side. Sorry, give me just a sec. Alright. So, when you're doing this, when you're sewing this closed, I would sew it from the top here, because this is the side that's more likely to be noticed, not the bottom with the Velcro. So if it's gotta be at least a little bit off-center, you'd rather be on the bottom, right? So try to make it as straight as you can before you sew it, and put the good side facing up, and then sew it. So the nice side looks good here. The back side doesn't look as good. That's fine. I'm gonna even out this minky a little bit with my scissors. Just make sure you don't cut any threads. Interesting. I had no idea that even had a name. The more you know. I think tongue line is more fun though. Alright, so now that it's all sewn up there, I'm just gonna kind of knead this and make it more evenly distributed. Make sure the stuffing is all good. Okay? And I'm gonna just gently brush the minky to face down. That's just so that when we stitch it, it doesn't accidentally, like, mess it up or get weird in any way. It's fine if you don't, but I like to. That's what I like to do. Yoshi is the best, right? I was always choosing Yoshi on Mario Kart. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start at the very end here and go all the way down to the end of the tongue line. And I'm going to keep this next to it so I can visually reference how big. Like, after we stitched this and turned it inside out, this is not the same size as this. You can see that it's a little bit smaller, and you can tell that that's why I drew the line there. But yeah, you're gonna have to expect the tongue to be a little bit smaller than your original pattern. You always chose Yoshi in the Yoshi motorcycle, right? Oh man, okay, I grew up with Double Dash, and so I would choose Yoshi and Birdo and make them ride the Yoshi cart. Yoshi Motorcycle. You're probably talking about Mario Kart Wii. That's awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna get in the grill of the camera a little bit right now. I need to be able to make sure I'm sewing this straight and correct. So, of course, start with a little bit of forward, go backward a little bit to lock it in, go all the way forward, and just try to keep it straight. And you are sewing through the Velcro, so... Okay, give me just a second. I'm sorry. Gotta focus.